Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Three news stories for you. Firstly, Ridwan Hussein, top Ethiopian minister, perhaps number two in Ethiopia, Ridwan Hussein, made some revelations today about the MoU with Somaliland. It seems that some global powers knew about this MoU, but now these global powers are expressing surprise at this MoU. Secondly, Houthis are now warning the US and UK. Houthis have been hitting ships in the Red Sea, saying the ships affiliated with Israel will not be allowed to pass through the Red Sea. But now ships affiliated with the US and UK are also going to be targeted by the Houthis of Yemen. Thirdly, Burhan, it seems, is boycotting IGAD's meeting on the 18th of January. IGAD is due to hold a meeting of its heads of state. Why is Burhan, the military chief of Sudan, boycotting this meeting? Firstly, viewers, Ethiopia. Revelations by Ridwan Hussein. Ridwan Hussein is National Security Advisor, and he's one of top men in Ethiopia. He's the one who negotiated Pretoria deal on behalf of Ethiopian government, and he's the one who signed this deal on behalf of the government. He negotiated with Tigray. Then he's the one who led talks with the Oromo Liberation Army. Talks collapsed. And now he's the one who is at the front regarding the MoU with Somaliland. He was the first one to break the news about the location of Ethiopian proposed site of establishment of a naval base in Somaliland, and that is Lokhaya. The man is second, number two in Ethiopia, you can say. He's right-hand man of Ethiopian PM Abiy. A few days ago, in an interview, he talked about the place of the naval base, the location of a naval base. Then a few hours ago, again, Ridwan spoke new revelations by Ridwan Hussein. What did he say? Firstly, he said that analysts were speculating a few weeks ago that Ethiopia was going to invade Eritrea. The Ethiopian talk about access to Red Sea was about Assam. Ethiopia wanted access to Assam port in Eritrea. But we successfully shifted that narrative and we signed an MoU with Somaliland. First point of his talk. I'll analyze this point a little later. And then secondly, he talked about major powers, global powers, that they knew, they were on board about Ethiopian talks with Somaliland about access to the sea. Let's analyze these 2 points. Firstly, Ridwan seems to be saying that while analysts and activists were claiming that Ethiopia was going to invade Eritrea to get access to Assam port, we were in talks with Somaliland and we signed MoU and gained access to the sea through Somaliland. I believe that Ethiopia tried to convince Eritrea. It could not. It made all offers to Eritrea. Eritrea did not agree. Ethiopia made offers in talks, indirect talks, backdoor diplomacy. Eritrea did not show any flexibility. Then PM Abiy, frustrated, gave a 45-minute long speech. And before that, engagements with Somaliland had already begun. This is how I understand. It's not that Ethiopia did not make efforts to gain access to the sea through Eritrea. It made efforts what it could, but Eritrea didn't show any positive response, firstly. Yes, some analysts were saying that the war between Ethiopia and Eritrea was imminent. But if you've been watching me regularly, I've been saying that no war was imminent. Yes, there was some mobilization of military on two sides of the border, but no war was coming, and it has been proven now what I've been saying. Secondly, he talked about the big powers, that they have been on board. And they're showing surprise now at this MOU, they knew that we were in talks with Somaliland. Which big powers? Which big powers? Very important question, viewers. He said that those big powers told us that they were busy with Gaza, with Ukraine, so that is why Ethiopia should not wage any war. It should solve its problems peacefully. Which big powers? Which big powers are involved with conflict in Ukraine and Gaza? Obviously, Western powers, mainly US and EU, mainly US. Ridwan today implied that US already knew about Ethiopia-Somaliland MoU. And I said in a video yesterday, today, that US is soft on Ethiopia-Somaliland MoU. It has not condemned the MoU so far. It is calling for respect of Somalia's sovereignty and territorial integrity, but it is not condemning Ethiopia-Somaliland MoU. Now, it has been almost confirmed that US knew that Ethiopia was going to sign an MoU with Somaliland to gain access to the sea. So no strong reaction from US is likely in support of Somalia against Ethiopia. US will only issue statements. US is a key player in this region. US support for Somalia matters a lot for Somalia. Military support, budgetary support, logistical support. Somalia, it means, won't get any support from EU and US, it seems. And that is why maybe Somalia is threatening. Somalia is saying that it will resort to all options to stop Ethiopia. And if it takes action, international community should not blame Somalia. Somalia is warning the US and EU, it seems, that you knew about this MOU. Now we're going to take action. We won't stop. We'll stop Ethiopia from gaining access to the sea, and war will break out. Don't blame us. That is what Somalia is telling the international community. So Ridwan today confirmed that big powers knew about this MOU. Did not name any country. Obviously, he was talking about the US. US is entangled on multiple fronts here. US is fighting Houthis, Gaza, Israel war as well. US cannot afford a new war here. That is why Somalia is threatening that no matter if the US has been on board or not, it will wage war to stop Ethiopia from reaching the sea. Will it really wage a war? Is it in a position to wage war? That we'll see. Secondly, was Houthis are now giving a new warning, a new threat. They have been attacking ships affiliated with Israeli government. They have attacked several ships so far. Several shipping companies have halted their operation to the Red Sea. Now, Houthis have warned UK and US that any ship affiliated with the US and UK will not be allowed to pass through the Red Sea, through the Gulf of Aden. This new warning, this new message was shared by Houthis just a few minutes ago. It means that if Israel continues attacks on civilians, on Palestinians in Gaza, Houthis will continue attacks on ships, not just Israeli ships, but American and British ships as well. It means that there'll be continued presence of Western and US naval assets in the Red Sea. Arab countries are nowhere to be seen, by the way. This is a fight between Western world and Yemeni Houthis backed by Iran. Arab countries, the Red Sea countries, nowhere to be seen. And war seems to be escalating, and it will continue, keeping in view today's warning by Houthi fighters to US and UK. Thirdly was Sudan, where Burhan is boycotting an IGAD summit. On the 18th of January, IGAD heads of state are due to meet in Uganda, Kampala, there reportedly to talk about conflict in Sudan and Ethiopia, Somalia tensions. Houthi has been invited as well. Houthi confirmed a few hours ago that IGAD has sent an invitation to him. and obviously he's ready to go there. But Burhan seems to be boycotting. Burhan is criticizing IGAD for inviting Houthi. 2 days ago, we saw a statement from Sudanese military condemning UN Secretary General's call with Houthi. Antonio Guterres talked to Hamdan Dagalo Houthi, and Sudanese military condemned that. It seems that Burhan will boycott IGAD summit to be held on the 18th of January. Houthi ready. Maybe the summit could be postponed. Efforts underway from IGAD to convince Al Burhan to attend the summit. Al Burhan isolated. He is in a difficult position. He wants new allies. Houthis forces sweeping across Sudan. Countries in the region, African Union, UN, IGAD know the ground reality is in favor of rapid support forces. So they are acknowledging Houthi as a player in Sudan. Burhan wants to be sole representative of Sudan, which is not the real picture on the ground now. That is why Burhan is frustrated, and he has decided to boycott IGAD summit of January the 18th. Let's see what happens. Will Burhan continue the boycott, or will he be convinced? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching.